Content marketing is an area of B2B marketing which is growing in importance year on year. According to the B2B Content Marketing 2019 report, 58% of B2B marketers spend more time on content creation than in 2018. This can be for many reasons, such as building brand awareness. Content is a highly effective and low-cost way of promoting your brand and attracting customers. Creating backlinks. If you have quality content on your website, then other websites will want to link their content with yours, increasing your own website's ranking. Creating loyal customers. If you keep providing insightful content, you'll build a fan base who will keep engaging and coming back to your brand every single time. Generating new leads and business. Content marketing ensures that your brand will be found by buyers and help to convert them into customers. My name is Liam, Campaign Marketing Manager here at Cognism. We interviewed Tom Bangay, Director of Content at Duro, and he gave us his top 5 content marketing tips so you can use content to close deals. Let's start with the first tip. Personalize your content. Personalization is an extremely powerful facet of content marketing. Everyone likes to feel like they're being spoken to directly after all. Personalizing your content is one way to build trust and get crucial buy-in from key stakeholders. Personalizing every bit of content though, it sounds like a lot of work, but it doesn't have to be. Tom's top tip is not to create new personalized pieces every time. Instead, adapt the content you already have. Let's say, for instance, you have a prospect who's really close to signing. Your B2B sales team is desperate for a relevant case study that nails their exact use case, but there isn't one. In this scenario, don't think you have to create a new case study from scratch. Take a look at the ones you've already written. You might be able to rephrase a couple of lines to make it perfect for that specific prospect, specialised for an audience of one. It might not need a great deal of time and effort. Either changing a few words here and there might do it. Just make sure you're focused on the prospect's pain points and how your product can provide the perfect solutions. So moving on to the second tip, align marketing and sales. Content marketing is a long-term strategy. For the best results, you'll need to keep churning out content that's relevant at every stage of the sales funnel. There is where content marketing comes into its own. It helps to guide prospects through the funnel, nurturing and delighting them until they eventually become customers. To make the most of this process, you'll need both marketing, the content creators, and sales, the deal makers, singing from the same hymn sheet. Set up regular cross-team meetings to identify the target accounts that your sales team are focusing their efforts on, the types of content that they will be needed for each of those accounts. If you're a salesperson who's got an account that's very close to closing, bring in your content creators. Maybe there's a content piece that will help you get the deal over the line. Startups and scale-ups often target an incredibly narrow niche. If sales become a hyper-focus, content should too. The next tip, choose your content wisely. In business, as is in life, everyone is different. Everyone responds to content in different ways. Some people love videos, for example, while others prefer good old-fashioned text-based content. So you have to choose the types of content you produce wisely. How can you make informed decisions around content? The first step is to go back to your buyer persona. What do they tell you about your target prospect? What kinds of content do they typically enjoy? Use the insights to prepare a content plan for each prospect. Bear in mind, though, that people will be looking to engage with different types of content throughout their buyer's journey with your brand. At the awareness stage, short-form, top-of-funnel content is best. Prospects might only have the appetite for long-form content when they reach the decision stage. LinkedIn Marketing Labs has identified that on average, buyers consume 10 pieces of content before making a purchasing decision. Going on to the next tip, pick the right channels. This is just as important as knowing the types of content that resonates with your buyers, is knowing which channels to reach them on. Again, your buyers' personas will tell you which platforms your prospects are primarily using. Another good source of information is your sales team. Ask your salespeople where their conversations are happening. Are your prospects engaging with sales over social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., or on email? Don't forget the power of direct mail in this regard. Handwritten letters and physical gifts can be very successful drivers of engagement, especially in this digitally saturated age. Sending a prospect a hard copy book you wrote establishes a permanent physical reminder of your value proposition and ensures that your brand stays on their desk. Tom's top tip for this is to define the best place to engage with your target account and then double down on it. If you have one paid content channel that beats the rest consistently, ditch all the others and increase your cadence on the winning channel. Keep pumping out relevant content in the right place and you'll be in a much better position to steer your prospect towards closing. Lastly, let's go into establish your brand as an authority. This is perhaps the hardest part of the content marketing puzzle. Marketing Donut has highlighted that only 2% of sales are closed on the first meeting. The other 98% will buy only once a certain level of trust has been built up. To get higher close rates, you need to build up trust around your brand. Content marketing is your path to getting there. Bring in experts to front your content. Find influencers and thought leaders in your industry, people who other people respect and listen to. Connect with them and set up as many interviews with them as you can. This isn't as difficult as it sounds. Someone who's achieved influencer status in their career is unlikely to reject a request to help influence even more people. There are people keen for the spotlight in every industry vertical, whether it's outbound lead generation or contract management. Use their interviews as the basis for your content, just as we're doing with this video. There are 3 benefits to using contributors in this way. It gives you regular, relevant content to publish, and it doesn't cost you anything to produce. It helps to quickly build brand awareness. Influencers bring their own audiences with them. It will build that all-important trust around your company, which means that prospects will be more likely to close deals with you. And there you have it. Personalize your content, align marketing and sales, choose your content wisely, pick the right channels, and establish your brand as an authority. Your 5 top tips so you can use content to close deals. Special thanks to Tom for sharing his marketing knowledge. I hope you found these insights to be useful and actionable. Thanks for watching.